this is an area, as I said, it's not been neglected, but it's sort of just been overlooked. I mean, there was way more excitement, looking at the infant brain and then at the senescent and older adult, the degenerating aspects of, later life. That's a lot of money has gone into those two extremes because they've been very pressing and big healthcare burdens, et cetera. But, now that we've sort of gone beyond that and the lots of active research in both those ends, we can begin to recognize that there are multiple stages of life for the brain, and each of those stages are actually physiologically different from one another, and that the teen brain, the adolescent, peri-adolescent brain, is its own little section of development and has some, very unique signatures to it. And I think that it's a place where a lot of human, psychological research as well as basic research will now start to come together. We kind of needed the two ends of life to sort of anchor us so that we could then move in and understand that there's a huge difference from early life to late life. So now, and from early life to adult. So what's going on for the toddlers? What's going on for the school-age kids? What's going on for the tween generation? What's going on for the mid-teens? And what's going on for the early adults? So the early adults, brain development does not finish until sometimes 23, 24, 25. So there's a whole story there that's probably yet to be mined. So I think it's going to be an area that will have impact on our education, our social policies, health policies. We already know, for instance, that, drugs that are used for treatment for adults, for psychiatric conditions, for instance, for depression, we already know. We saw that in the news 2 years ago with, the effects of some of these antidepressants on the teen brain were unexpected. It was not really even on anybody's radar screen that these, people who are weighing the same amount as their adult counterparts would have any different need of medication compared to the adults. We could understand that a small child would have need a smaller dose, they weigh less, etc. But teenagers were kind of just lumped in with adults, and I think that's a really good example of why it's going to have impact on medical therapy, I think, too.